Welcome to the Reinvented Life with Pamela Chanel David. Do you want to step up your game? Pursue your dreams. Be the best version of yourself. The Reinvented Life is here to help. The Reinvented Life is about courage. It's about staying relevant. It takes grit. It defies gravity. It's about taking inventory of where you are today and where you want to go. Embrace change. Make things possible and reinvent your life. Call in with questions at 888-994-4995. Now, it's time to reinvent your life with Pamela Chanel.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. It is January 30th, 2023, and I am ecstatic to bring the Reinvented Life show back. We're still at the beginning of the year, and I couldn't be more excited about what we're really focusing on in the Reinvented Life right now, which is one's health. And whether it is one's physical, one's mental, one's emotional, one's spiritual state, the stronger we can show up with all of that, the stronger we can be for ourselves, our communities, and the world at large. And right now, we know what's going on in the world is not the brightest. So at the Reinvented Life, what we focus on is light. What we focus on is possibility. What we focus on is how to embrace change. For those of you that don't know, my Reinvented Life journey started with my own physical transformation. I was really in a place where I had abandoned any attention at all to my health. And as such, I found myself in a place, I was morbidly obese. I had blood sugar levels that were through the roof. I had cholesterol issues. I had blood pressure issues. I really was playing a game of Russian roulette every day with my survival. And so by reclaiming my health, by reclaiming what I should have been doing all along, I have been able to really embark on a journey that will be saving my life. Today, I'm 160 pounds less than you see in that photo right there. And not only that, all of those signs, all of the things you look for, all of those measurements that you look to calibrate where your health is are in check. So I am totally grateful to my body to be able to reinvent, and that comes with a lot of work. But it is so worth it when you can feel vitality again, when you can feel a way of life that is bright and light. And again, that's what we all need right now is light. So to reinvent my health in this continued journey of reinventing my health, my goal is really to lose another 30, 40 pounds. And not only that, but to become more fit and engage more actively in a fitness program. So that's what the Reinvented Life over the next 90 days, will be all about, is bringing tips and resources and tools to our audience that you can engage and embark with. Today, I'm excited to launch off this show with a gentleman that you're just going to love hearing from. He is a certified health coach. He is a founding partner to the company that you're going to hear about. But more than that, he is dedicated every single day of his life to being and ensuring that his health is best and those around him that he works with. So I'm excited to introduce you to Ian Farrar. He comes to us from Florida and I'm in California. And we're just going to have a very candid conversation today about health and about what is involved in this journey. So welcome Ian to the Reinvented Life.
Thank you so much, Pamela. It's really awesome to be here with you today. I've been looking forward to this since we were together in your awesome home in Northern California.
Yeah. Thank you very much. I'm excited to have you here. And, I think most important for people today is putting things into action, taking steps to reclaim their health. And I know I have learned so much with you as you have been coaching me on taking my health to the next level. In my journey of losing weight, I really had to take a look at what I was eating, what I was drinking, what I was doing, what I was infusing into my life. And I had made some great steps. I really looked at the types of meats and the types of food I was eating, vegetables, being sure that they were organic wherever possible, and being sure that they had the least amount of pesticides and toxins that there were. What I didn't realize until Ian, you started coaching me, was just how important our gut health is. And I really want to start with that, because even when we improve how we're eating, and we'll get into types of foods and things in a little while, and we're going to dedicate shows to this over the next 90 days. But what I have found from you and what you have enlightened me on is, no matter how well you're eating, if our guts aren't clean, if we are not putting food into a system that's able to claim it in, it's like eating empty calories. So I'd like to really start with that. And if you can explain to folks about our gut, and how the good news is we can really, like this show is called, reinvent that. So I'd like to start with that.
Absolutely. Well, it's a blessing to be on your show. Like I said, I've been looking forward to this, since we were at your home. And, your gut, your microbiome is a magical place, and to be fertilized the right way. Now, unfortunately, most Americans have fallen victim to the standard American diet. The standard American diet has built three common conditions, which is cancer, heart disease, and diabetes. I'm not a doctor, but I've consulted and coached tens of thousands of people over my almost 30-year career, that if you're in alignment with nature and you're eating organic and you're eating clean foods, more often than not, the peristalsis, the microbiome functionality will work the way it was designed, okay? You're supposed to have a bowel movement about the many times as you eat on a daily basis. Okay, most people don't go to the bathroom regularly, so they're in a traffic jam, which leads to auto-intoxication, which leads to the body's main respiratory center of breathing in your gut. This is where you absorb all the nutrients, and disease begins in your gut. So what I like to really begin speaking about now is the dangers of toxicity in our food, okay? The pollution in our food supply. It is really happening. So you need to be very cautious and buy the right food and know what labels to look for. Now, most of you have heard of Roundup. Most of you have probably heard of glyphosate. People spray it around, their gardens, yards, on their patios, because it's a weed killer. But unfortunately, this weed killer has found its way into our food supply. A lot of the genetically modified crops have this baked into the cake of the seed. So Roundup Ready crops introduce this chemical to your microbiome, which is very detrimental to your digestive system. Crohn's, irritable bowel syndrome, celiac disease, colitis, more often than not, are because of this chemical in your system, and of course, improper diet on a daily basis. So I'm going to be giving you ideas that you could hopefully apply to your life to live a healthier life with a healthier microbiome, and a way to remove this chemical from your gut, drastically reduce it, and rehabilitate your gut microbiome if needed.
Awesome. You know what we find when we talk to people, when I talk to, people every day, is that there's almost a settling. People are willing to settle in terms of their health. And that's what I
Hmm.
really think is important, because even for myself, for as involved in this journey as I've been, I was plateaued. I was at a place where I was doing okay. I was certainly better than I've been, but I didn't recognize how much healthier I could feel. And I think a lot of
Mm.
the sluggishness and a lot of the excessive tiredness that people feel and the lack of good sleep and all of the other things that I know plague a lot of people, people just start to get accepting of. And I'd
Hmm.
love you to jump into that, because I think that will be very helpful for people to know
Sure.
that there's a new way to being. And I know I have felt it myself. So I'd love you to address that.
Oh, I would love to address it. And congratulations, for your awakening. We shared several amazing meals together, and it was just great to see you just like want to soak up all the information, apply it to your life. Knowledge is not power. Applied knowledge is power. And let food be your medicine and medicine be your food. Okay, it's not prescription drugs. Okay, the bottom line is that the body is an incredible organism, and it wants to heal itself when it's given the opportunity. Diet and lifestyle, your relationship with what's on your plate is really, really important. Okay, so I want to talk to everyone about overall human optimization. And what I mean about overall human optimization, we all have the same amount of time in the day. You sleep for 8 hours, you work for 8 hours or more, and wash and repeat. Most people are eating the standard American diet, which is meat and potatoes, Chick-fil-A, you name it, you name it, you name it. I'm not knocking any of those companies, but ultimately, they're not getting the micronutrients at a cellular level that the body needs to thrive. So if you want to thrive in the 21st century, please listen, because every one of you listening to this has the opportunity to feel, look the best you ever have. Okay, it's not just about aesthetics, because we all have 70 trillion cells, and it's like this big football stadium, and when someone scores a touchdown, more often than not, there's a lot of when you ingest an incredible high vibration diet, your cells are going to love you for it. So a little later in this call, I'm going to give you some pathways where you could really, really apply this type of life force energy to your life just by making a few changes in your diet and how you interact with what you ingest on a daily basis.
So this vibrancy, this frequency, this vibration, if you will, that you're speaking of,
Yeah.
it's amazing how the body really does want to repair itself. I feel night and day, not just from a standpoint of energy, but of purity and of clarity. And it transcends just the physical, it transcends our thoughts, our emotions. Really, by eating cleaner and cleaning our systems out, we're able to really activate places in ourselves that we never have. And with as far in
Absolutely.
this journey as I've come, this is what is so exciting to me.
Yeah, well, Pamela, the best is yet to come. Okay, we build a new liver every 90 days, okay, or we destroy
Amazing.
it every day. And it's been a great opportunity to help tens of thousands of people in my career just make some simple changes, and the life force, the energy, better fitness comes back into their life. And it's just such a beautiful way of living when you apply yourself to these principles that, I mean, they even talk about it in the Bible. Eat from the Garden of Eden. Okay, eat the simple of of what the earth produces, not something out of a bag or a box. I'm not saying you can't go to a health food store and buy something in a bag or a box that's healthy for you, but you get my point. You want to stay away from processed food. If it's made in a plant, probably stay away from it. If it comes from a plant, eat more of it.
Absolutely. There's five principles that we follow with everything at the Reinvented Life. And it starts with a thought. That first step is a thought, and then there's correlative actions that go along with that. You develop habits in 21 days. So, what I really want to impress upon people is that when you put some actions with a new correlative thought, you can see it almost immediately. Those habits become routines. And
Yes.
those routines eventually on the fourth step become a lifestyle. And a lifestyle is a collection of those routines. And ultimately, the fifth step in any process you're talking about is an embeddedness or a way of being. So it's beautiful. And I want to impress upon people that are hearing this and watching this is that you don't have to deconstruct. Whatever way you ended up being, you can go back to that first original thought. So for myself, and I think this will be helpful for a lot of people, I was really focused about this additional weight I had to lose. And I was kind of plateaued and so thrilled where I was, but I couldn't make another step and leap forward until I followed my own advice and came up with a new thought. And the new thought was, why would I come this far not to continue the journey? And once I opened my thoughts to the journey and opened up that there was more vitality there, the weight will come when you get your system back to a homeostasis. And so in the Reinvented Life book, we talk about those steps all the time. But I'd love to hear from you the simplicity of the steps that people can take, because that's everyone's busy. That's what people want to know. How do we do this? And so I'm excited over the next 90 days to take a deep delve into everything. But as a start, where would people start?
The best place to start is here, Decision Life. And you find your freedom within your discipline. I'm going to repeat that. You find your freedom within your discipline, within your relationships to food, your spousal relationship, okay, your gym relationship. And when you're disciplined, you become free. So if you're dealing with an itis, if you're dealing with pain, if you're dealing with living in a body that you're not comfortable with, that decision to move in the direction of the goal that you desire with discipline will yield your freedom. Okay. And I like to put it that way because my wonderful my late coach, Lenny Preheim, I was a young cyclist wanting to win every race. And he says, you'll find your freedom within your discipline. How much time are you willing to commit to become a champion? And I said, I'm willing to ride, 100 miles a day. And I did that. And that was a pretty great achievement. I was disciplined to spend 5 to 6 hours on a bike a day to know what it was like to be like a Tour de France rider. Applying that to my health regimen, I'm going to be 55 this year. And I'm proud of the body that I've built because of the consistency and the freedom that I have because of the discipline. So a really great program is a foundational, colorful plate of fruits and vegetables. Of course, I eat fruit, by itself in the morning. That's me. I don't start off with bacon and sausage and eggs and pancakes that the majority of Americans start their day with. My day used to start on Total. My day used to start on Special K. My day used to start on Carnation Instant Breakfast, back in the 70s and 80s. But my day today begins with a tall glass of water with lemon, and then my favorite green drink called the Power Shake, which I know I've recently introduced you to. It's kind of changed your life. All of your cheer, your whole stadium is like, we want more, because you're getting the nutrient density of 6 salads, which is quite remarkable in one serving. 100% certified organic, verified non-GMO project, free of any excipients, binders, or fillers or chemicals. And it's nutrition that your body needs at a cellular level.
Well, what's interesting, we have actually a question from a viewer of what product did I start with? So, that is it, that Power Shake, and the idea that there is nutrients in that shake of 5 salads. People are lucky if they get 1 or 2 salads in, let alone that. So the Power Shake, along with the products of being able to get rid of those toxins, are, for me, something tangible, something simple. I throw it in a shaker bottle and it's ready in 2 minutes. Those are
Right.
the kinds of things that
Just to back
help.
up a little bit, the biomedic, okay, I talked about in the beginning about getting the glyphosate, getting your gut rehabilitated because of digestive issues because of what you're ingesting on a daily basis. There was a human clinical with this product, Pamela, on the people on the standard American diet that consumed this product rehabilitated their gut microbiome with the reduction of glyphosate by 74% in 6 weeks and lowered the inflammation marker in their body by 75% in the same time frame.
Yes.
Human beings are inflammation walking around. If you have an itis, you're inflamed. This will help your gut microbiome along with our Power Shake, where you're going to create an alkaline environment. You're going to reduce the inflammation. And you know what? You're going to turn on your body potential. So reinventing yourself starts with a decision, and then what you put on your plate, and then bathing your cells in your body with these amazing organic superfoods.
Fantastic. I mean, I am such a believer in this now. I just see what it's done for me in this continued journey that I'm on. We have another question that came up earlier, which is, how does one really integrate this into their daily lifestyle? And I think
Oh,
that's an important question.
it's quite easy. Okay, you don't have to be like a plant-based vegan like myself. If you work the biomedic into your life, a capsule in the morning, capsule in the evening, you do 1 to 2 power shakes a day, your body's going to be getting the nutrition that it wants so much, and it
Mhm.
doesn't get it because most people are getting their carbohydrate, their fat, and protein from some minimal, uh, nutrition. So it's easy to work into your day. Okay, even if you took out one bad meal a day and replaced it with these superfoods, your body's going to be really loving you back with the reduction in inflammation, the reduction of itises, better digestion, and better health long term. This is a long term commitment. Just like a marathon is not won in the first mile, it's won in the last few miles of the race.
And so they're really doing, when people do this, what I'm hearing is they're really doing their bodies a favor of
Yeah.
cleaning out, and whatever else they are eating will be at least landing in a cleaner system.
It'll be landing in a cleaner system, and the peristalsis, which is the overall digestive function, will move much better. Because if people are constipated, more often than not, they're eating the wrong foods. They're eating a lot of glue. They're eating a lot of breads. They're eating a lot of cookies, crackers, cakes. That just really backs up the colon and biome. So the Power Shake and the Biomedic, as well as a few of the other products that we're going to talk about in the lineup, it's just really going to help your body perform. So this is a toolbox for your health. That's the way to see this. Okay, is a toolbox to help you feel the best ever.
And what would you say that people can expect from this time frame wise? Because I think that's very important too. I know we talk about a habit being able to be formed in 21 days, plus or minus.
Yeah.
But I know it's pretty remarkable how fast my body, as an example, responded to this. I think that would be an important
Well,
question for people.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've seen people have a power shake and then all of a sudden they feel like the light is turned on. Okay, because ultimately, we're organic. We're from planet Earth. Okay, so when you have something from planet Earth that's not overly processed, you're going to get that life force. So some people that are so deprived have a power shake and they're like, I feel so much energy. That's your mitochondria loving back to you. Your mitochondria are the powerhouses of your cells. When they're nourished properly, they're going to turn on the lights. Now, most people's mitochondria has been so beaten down that they need artificial stimulation. They need coffee. They need energy drinks. Those don't work. They wind up stressing out your adrenals, and it puts the body in a very, very bad state of adrenal fatigue, which could really damage your body long term. So some people can feel this in a few days. Some people feel it in 10 days. Some people feel it in 30 days. But it's been my experience that when you make the changes in your daily life, your life is going to give back to you with more vitality. Okay. Your health, the time that you have here is your most precious asset. So, applying yourself to the regimen we're talking about here could be a game changer for you long term.
And incorporating fitness and other things into one's life, what I find is easier when you have more energy. It's sometimes a cyclical thing. If you're not getting the nutrients and your body isn't as vital as it could be, then you're feeling hungry, and a lot of obesity, overweight conditions, whatever it is, comes from you're hungry, so you eat more, not realizing that the more you're eating isn't actually getting more nutrients to the body. And I know that's been such a game changer for me, that whole recognition.
Yeah, you just hit it. I mean, your body wants nutrients. So if you're going after all these calories, more often than not, they're empty calories, and you're spiking insulin, and you're eating it at night. And once that's started, it's going to convert to fat. So if you're not the weight that you desire, it's important that you don't eat past maximum 7 p.m. Earlier, the better. And if you're, just wanting something light, just do one of our power shakes. I mean, we have a full lineup of amazing organic superfoods. And sometimes if I don't feel like cooking, steaming vegetables, or making some quinoa, for example, because it's time consuming and it's getting kind of late, I'll just make one of these power shakes and I'm satiated, which is really awesome. I mean, I travel all over the world, with my business, and my vacation, health never goes on vacation. My health never, it always travels with me. It's really important. I mean, I always have a backpack. It came to your house. It had all my products in it.
All of
And
it, yep.
some people call me, a health freak, but I'm proud. And some people say to me, Ian, you're extreme, but I'm extremely aware of what's happening on planet Earth and the humans that inhabit planet Earth. Okay. It's really, really scary of what people are doing to their bodies. Disease is going like this because people are not paying attention to real health.
Well, this is awesome. And I'm excited for the next 90 days for the Reinvented Life show to really focus in on each and every one of these subjects. We're going to be talking about immunity. We're going to be talking about gut health. We're going to be talking about sleep. We're going to be talking about fitness. We're going to be talking about all the puzzle pieces that one can put together to create a real lifestyle for oneself. We're wrapping up here today. I know that there are certain products in the line that help. If you want to just mention those, and again, people can shop with the discount.
Absolutely. So I cover it too. If people want the most restful sleep, it's Apothecary. Apothecary's Mount Morency tart cherry concentrate has naturally occurring melatonin, reduces inflammation in the body. If you are taking melatonin from the store, it's an isolate. This is from a whole food. It's amazing. Last but not least is our dark berry protein. For all you gals out there that want, more collagen, this is our dark berry protein. It also comes with our hair, skin, and nails, which is all whole food botanicals. These are awesome products. They are all on the website via the search engine. And we're going to be getting into other conversations on the show. And I'm really, really excited to engage with all of you and be of service and help you have the best year 2023.
Awesome. If anyone has questions, as always, you can email them to info@thereinventedlife.com. We will get right back to you. Welcome again to 2023, everyone. We have the rest of the year to really reinvent all aspects of our life, but starting with our health. And I want to thank Ian Farrar. He's a tremendous health coach, a plethora of knowledge, and he's going to be here to really start to educate everyone on what they can do. Reinvent your life. Don't be afraid of the change. Embrace it. And please, again, info@thereinventedlife.com. If you have any questions at all, we will see you here next Monday, 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific. And have a great week, everyone.
Thank you for tuning in to The Reinvented Life with Pamela Chanel David. Tune in each week so we can work and grow together to become the best version of ourselves. Keep striving, keep dreaming, keep working, and embrace change. You may contact Pamela Chanel at info@thereinventedlife.com.